Alrighty, folks. Here we are, a Neb game on Aorta. A fun map, and we'll see how loud this music is. It's probably at a good volume now. Alright, we have a completely new player, I believe. No Skin, ANS No Skin on ANS team, trying to bring a 3.5k ship to the party and causing a wild balance discussion about Nebulous, because in Nebulous you build your own fleets and most people bring 3k fleets. ANS is going to be, oh my gosh, No Skin, the genius, good lord. I had to remove the AAMs to fit on the 3k point limit. Whoa, too much intel. Please use team chat gigabit. We have no clue what No Skin has done here. Totally accurate intel. No Skin playing it cool. Alright, this is Aorta. This is a King of the Hill map. ANS, Alliance Naval Service, is going to be the advanced ships. NAFO Athena, a battleship. Is this No Skin? No, this isn't. This is not ANS. No Skin's going to be somebody else. Alright, No Skin bringing a battleship. Ooh, what? Okay, this is interesting. The beam ship. The torpedo battleship. Napspan, full missiles. Uber Dr. CK is going to be doing way too much work this game. They have been given a terrible, terrible task here. Ignis Lex, Huntress, Nadir, Red Kite, Napspan, Excel, with Athena and Glee. This is a pretty brutal fleet right here. They don't have the power to cap too many points. They have some really, really heavy firepower though, especially from Napspan, who's going to have all of these missiles, and Excel over here with NAFO Athena. I mean, what's back here? Some missiles. We'll see how good they are. OSPN over here, these space pirates. I wouldn't call them space pirates, more like space truckers and space cargo workers who have revolted. Bring in a warship, but most of their ships are going to be more like this. Big old container ships or tugboats that have a lot going on here. Right here we have the Jacqueline S. Maury, which is going to be a plasma liner. Plasma takes off the armor, the other shells get in through the armor, and there are just going to be 3 of them from Uwu Magic. Small Goodman bringing 2 Ocellos. These must be cheapo Excellos because they have also brought 2 cap ships. Kosovo and Nuroke showing up here. 6 guns on each of them. That's 12 guns. It's nothing to sneeze at. 12 450s. 450s can damage those battleships, so plenty to work with. A little jammer right here. Goodman and Loco. Another little jammer. That's 4 jammers, which is quite some jamming power. Hungry Hunter. Hungry Hunter. This is a commitment for sure. This is quite a funny ship looking thing. The support Ocello, Model Wheat, a funny little self-made Mason icon right there. Pretty interesting. Funny Ingot, Muggy Wood, Mute Swan, Sassy Art, some gun rains, which is going to be pretty interesting. The Ocello is almost certainly going to be what's hit first. A unique fleet from Hungry Hunter, and AA, PLO AA with the Torpedo Salad, BB Killer, Go to Sleep, the Pylum. This thing is full of torpedoes. I'm just going to launch all the torpedoes and we're going to see how it turns out. There is a limited number of them. Limit of Philippine. most barge, and BB killer, at least one of these lovingly named. I can't tell with the others. Nefu Athena capping points. The game is a game of controlling space, so you have to capture the points, point B, point D, point A, point C, point E. And it looks like 2 of the points going to both players. The throw up is going to be on A, point A. And you can play it upside down or you can play it right side up. It does not matter. Nobody sees, well, one person sees someone right here, I believe. Ah, right here. Red Kite, the spotter ship from Uber Dr. CK. Gonna pick up that ship right there. When they know something's there, they know it's probably not small. A spyglass radar. Yeah, at that range, it has to be something big. And here we are, the first missiles coming out here. These are hybrid missiles, ANS and ANS specialty. They are unique in the fact that they get those hybrid missiles. And they're just going to slide on down here until they get the target. ARAD active radar. I think that they have overcommitted. You can see all of the grape shot coming out here. This is quite a lot of grape shot. The grape shot's actually going to do something right here. Here it is, blasting these missiles out of the sky. Oh, but they've stopped firing. They've had to reload. And here they go. The missiles are going to come in. It's going to work. They're going to get a hit or two. There we go. These ships a little bit weak to missiles. We got more missiles coming out over here. Going to be waylaid by the point defense missiles, though a few too many may have been fired. One cannon going out on each of the ships that got hit, it looks like, except for Fussy Cabin. Fussy Cabin getting lucky here, but the other 2 ships losing a gun. When you lose a gun this early, it does not matter too much because you can just repair it, but the message has been sent. Missiles can make the difference down here on these ships. They might have a weakness, which can be exploited. Another one of these missiles. Is this ship out of them? I bet this ship is. No, they've got a couple more. They've got one more salvo, it looks like. And this is almost certainly going to be waylaid again by, you know, the point defense that's here. Or it's not. Bonk. 1 or 2 missiles launched to just draw out the defense can be very worth it here. Sun drive, it has been damaged. This ship's going to be moving a little bit slower than normal. A little bit less power, a little slower. They might not be damaged enough to actually degrade the performance of the ship. This ship, Glee, spotted by the bigger cannons. The bigger cannons are going to cause a number on this ship. This ship may try to close the gap. Newbies like to do that. It might not work for them. Get locked. And it looks like they're just going to pull under the rock. They're turning away, so I think that's probably the best choice here. It'll take a little bit of time for them to figure out what they're looking at, but at the range they are at, they probably know that it's something like a battleship. Something big. Heavy cruiser, battleship, something. And there we go, Athena up here, getting the shells out. Firing the shells back. It's honestly very risky of Small Goodman to run out here just into the open right here. Glee, however, is a short-range ship. They've got the front line. These, you need to replace those honestly with a... When you use those, I believe you want to bring a spyglass because the range is double the radar range of the ship. Athena, perfectly capable of running to cover whenever it suits them. This ship getting crushed by some of these missiles, command missiles. One of them missing. This is a size 2 missile. It's not a hybrid. It doesn't have a sprint stage. Still getting intercepted by the defense missiles here. Oh no, this ship cannot die so early. This ship has so many points of missiles just stuffed away in its hull. Here they are, they're panicking, they're launching them. Some of them might hit, some of them might not. They've gotta shoot them. Napspan, some Spanish names. There we go, it looks like 1 or 2 hit there. Those are some solid missiles. Oh my goodness. Only 4 missiles and BB Killer is down for the count. This is not something you recover from. It's as quick as that sometimes. And there they go, they surrendered, demoralized, brutalized. Go to sleep. These missiles, these torpedoes launched at the battleship, but it does not matter. There they go, the beam's coming out. Does not matter, the ship is already dead, but those beams would have secured it. Oh, that's annoying. The rock is in such a... well, I've got to look at distance that way. 3.5K. Athena. Locked and shooting. This is a lot of shells. And a lot of them are smaller shells, but where there are smaller shells, there is normally some plasma. So they're going to pull back. They've got a ton of missiles. They could use them. They're all hybrids. They're all powerful missiles. And here comes the plasma. Plasma's going to tear away the armor. Big old splotches where it hits. And every one of these shells that hits those spots is going to go in and do a little more damage. The entry wounds. And you can see right here, back here a little bit, you're starting to take a little bit of damage. Bulk magazine all the way back here. I mean, the ship is meant to take it on the nose, and if it doesn't take it on the nose, it's not... some odd things are going to happen. Alrighty. There we go, clear my throat. A swarm of missiles coming out here from this little ship. Here they go, they are landing. Fussy hadn't taken it. Now these ships have a lot of health, so they are not always the greatest targets for missiles. But they can be disabled and killed. Honestly, Longinus has already paid for itself for the simple reason that it has eliminated one fleet by making them surrender. So all of this damage is just icing on the cake. PLOAA giving up catcher missiles. These little ships, they know there's a battleship back there. It's pretty scary, honestly, but they're moving forward. The danger, I think, comes from this battleship. No, they are easily too far away for this battleship to do anything. This battleship's going to take the right and try and close the distance over here. Oh my gosh, the music is loud. Hopefully, it's not too loud for you. Look at all those lifeboats. I think they're invincible now. Too many captains did war crimes, so they made the lifeboats invincible. Now, to be fair, the captains never... they always complained about doing war crimes, but they always followed through. A rather lucky beginning start here. The torpedo cello maybe should have waited until it knew more about what was going on before they tried to charge something. Longinus is almost out of missiles, it looks like. They do have a single cannon back here to keep them relevant later in the game. Carlo, all of these missiles coming out, all hybrids. We're going to see how they do. They're dropping all of their decoys. Some of those decoys hitting the rocks a little bit late. Oh no! And you saw that. That was Those are some pretty brutal lasers. Those auroras make short work of any missile, really. Especially if they're battle shorted. That's overloaded. Athena taking fire from too many angles. I think Athena might have been better served by just creeping up on this D point and waiting. Instead they pull out and enter the real bad zone. They've got missiles to launch. They need to launch them before they can't. That's personally my opinion. Here we are at the lasers making connections. Nadir, Huntress, Ignis Lex forcing the issue. They're gonna die real quick. These two ships, the ships over here and the ships down here, are the two versions of high damage ships. These ships just need to get those shells on the target faster. If they get enough of them, they're going to take out the beams, and the beams won't be able to fire. Some plasma hitting. Each plasma shot is just great. I think they're shooting HE. If they were shooting AP, I think they'd be doing more damage at the moment. But every plasma that hits is more HE going in. And you can see Nadir right here, coming off of it, having to turn away. Oop. They're all turning away. I wonder if that's to preserve the armor, or if that's a mistake. They want to get Fussy Cabin. I'm not sure Fussy Cabin's who you want to get. I think you want to get these two. Each beam that hits is going to be terrible damage. I'm not sure why they turned away there. Here we go. Now these ships are big. Beams, there we go, one cannon down. Keep firing. Every cannon you get is a victory. Oh no, they're at the hairy edge. They're at 6k. 6k is where these beams start not doing much damage anymore. They're trying their best. They're taking some of these out. There we go, Jacqueline Moore. Losing a bunch of modules right there, but it's not enough. If the CSE goes down, I don't think there's a second one. Smell sour. There we go. Ignis Lex and Huntress both can move forward, but Nadir not doing too hot. Ignis Lex moving away. Huntress moving away. I don't think that they're going to get the last ship. Jacqueline Maury crippled, but going to repair itself. Smell sour. We've got, well, they're still shooting over here. I thought they were shooting something else. Fussy Cabin just gonna go try and take the point. Missiles coming in. Kosovo. Glee making the charge. I think that may have been a mistake. The Pinards both down, the beams both ready. One beam can do a lot of damage, and this is the primary ship. Perhaps a sacrifice to convince Athena, to allow Athena the repairs and to start getting that fire superiority on these other ships. These shells should penetrate the Ocella very well. Ocellas don't stand up too well to 450. Tomahawk missile named, but getting defeated. One beam, Glee, getting the beam on this ship over here in the Roque. The beam going wide, but it looks like it took out the sun drive, which was damaged already. More shells. Shells just flying all over the place. Glee. Tons of armor. Can take this damage. Can secure that A point. Probably going to get it. And there we go. Securing Atlas. There are ships within 5k, but they are trying to move away, I am sure. There they go. They're moving away as fast as they can. Glee, not quite as fast. Athena. Getting the shots off. However, Niroke, with the perfect angle here, minimizing the profile that can be hit and the profile that can be hit, has that sloped armor which can bounce the shells. Very good. Very, very good. Athena, on the other hand, is wide, so some of these shells might be getting through on Athena. Was that a spare one that just hit Loco? Yeah, some of these shells are just hitting Loco and overpinning. Fortunately for Loco, not hitting anything particularly fancy. Oh my gosh. Sitting right behind it, using this ship as a shield. What's going on down here? They're still shooting at Nadir. Completely gutted ship. You don't need to shoot it anymore. It's dead. These final missiles finally coming in here. With all that grape shot, those guns are preoccupied, so 3 of them are going to hit. Mori losing another cannon, it looks like. Giving up on repairing it. Oh, the radar is out. This ship is blind without its communications. But it's got its antennas, so it doesn't necessarily need a radar, but they're going to repair it just to be safe. Glee. It's got another beam on the back. They're repairing this beam, probably, soon, very shortly. That is some PD on this ship. Honestly, nothing super crazy, just some extra PD. Guess it truly was a bluff. They took the A points, and that's worth it. They just need a laser to do some damage. Kosovo trying its best. Niroke falling into cover. Athena. What will Athena shoot, if anything? They're holding on to those restores in case something deadly happens. Glee getting the laser. The laser will do its thing. It's getting battle shorted, so no skin knows to do it, but they're missing, so I don't think it's worth battle shorting, sir. Cutting as soon as the spread goes up. Maybe the spread had already gone up. Need to restore that beam turret, or maybe they're holding off. These 2 ships pinned under the fire. 3 ships, really. Red Kite. Out of missiles, finally. I'm a torpedo. Oh no. Or is this the sacrifice? Is this to check the range? They are at the hairy edge of the range of one of these ships. So you see all the shells just disappearing here. Nebulous handles range very aggressively. When you're at the edge of the range of your gun, it just doesn't... it can't shoot further. Whether or not that's realistic in space is a completely different matter. Loginus doing its best, holding down the point. Fussy Cabin sitting here angrily, wishing it could capture E. But it can't repair everything. It's just got a CIC reactor and an engine. The minimal bits a ship needs. No Skin surrendered. Now, I'm not sure No Skin needed to do that. Perhaps the DC locker went down? No Skin did take A, and that's going to help ANS quite a bit. Athena, you've got more missiles. I think you better just use them. No Skin not really, or Athena not really sure what they're doing here, I think. Greeks would think that was quite funny, I'm sure. Point C. And Red Kite has managed to, at the hairy edge of the fire, get down to the C point. They're probably going to die here because it looks like they're well in range now, but if you just move quickly, sometimes it doesn't matter how much fire's on you. And you gotta remember, these ships, one of them is at roughly half of its firepower. Whew. Enemy has secured Zone Comet. Red Kite stealing Zone Comet, gonna slink away. And I think Grape Shot is a little premature here. I think you want HE against these guys. Some accuracy issues, perhaps, coming from... The Grape Shot's hitting. Grape Shot... Oh, there it goes. It just took one plasma hit. 1 or 2 plasma hits, and the Grape Shot starts doing terrible damage. I think the HE would have been going through before the plasma, though. Red Kite getting taken out. Just tons of Grape Shot just landing. The crew is almost certainly all dead at this point. Drives disabled, command normal. Well, it's going to be out of command very shortly. I mean, maybe the Grape just can't get into all of the components of the ship. And there they go. They turn their fire to a more dangerous ship. Huntress right here. Switch into the HE or switch into the AP. Huntress going to be the follower of Nadir in just a second. Ignis Lex. Oh no, Ignis Lex. Don't do it. You need to turn the right way. It's a little painful to watch. Athena up here taking the shells. Going down. Launched some more missiles. Have they done the work? Perhaps they killed Loco over here, but that's not enough work. The Ocellos tearing the battleships apart here, unless they happen to be BB Killer over here. An overestimated name, and I think ANS at this point just doesn't have very much power. Ignis Lex unable to turn in time before they get completely plastered by all the shells. So I think the only ship out here that's really in any shape to continue its fight has already used most of its ammo and has one tiny little cannon. Huntress and Ignis Lex not doing hot here. So, by the way, I believe that they had 1 gold over on the left side, an ANS side. But I forget who it was. It might have been... Maybe they left. It might have been Excel. I think everybody on the other side's a silver, Magic included. It's looking like OSP's gonna win, even if the points are evened up here, because OSP just has a bunch of ships that can all shoot, and ANS has, at the moment, I think only 1. This battleship can try to do damage, but it is functionally out. It can't focus its fire on any one ship. Best it's going to get is a couple disables, maybe. Have you launched all your missiles? No. Every missile you don't launch is a wasted missile. Repairing the antenna. The antennas are important to repair. The whiplash is important to repair. They're moving. I don't think they're going to get away. I think that this is it for this battleship. That single railgun has got to be so annoying from Model Wheat. Enemy is securing Zone Eclipse. Well, Venus pulling off. It's pretty interesting. Perhaps the noble surrender. Perhaps they'll just walk off the field. A RP decision, but a decision nonetheless. Here we go. These 2 beamstones, I mean, they look like they were in the perfect position. They just had to hide and cover and wait for them to move to sea, and they would have gotten a kill probably pretty easily, but they did not do that. They tried to push around and get the kill, and Magic, I mean, was pointing the right way. Got the damage. Container liners, the match of these ships, these beamstones. Nafo Athena getting roasted all around. Just death by 1,000 shells. Really, at this point, it may have been thousands of shells. It's just not looking good. Longest is just gonna blast off. Team Rocket is out. Well, I guess we'll get to see it. ANS ending with a whimper. ANS No Skin taking A, but was it really worth it? Uber Doctor CK trying to get the push, taking C, and ended up being the last point that OSP holds. The solid ANS holds. There we go, a reactive bloom from Red Kite. Red Kite taking too much damage. Longest almost out. Athena not able even to move back to the D point. They might get there on that one single Dragonfly engine. But this ship is crippled. It's not doing anything. It's really OSPN's leisure to kill it. They want to repair the missiles and get them out, but it's not going to be enough quick enough. You got to use your missiles before you die. And there are just so many shells out here. This ship, it's out of bounds. It's got maybe a minute left before it takes off. You can prevent them from getting away. And this is the only ship left. Longius surrendering in a non-surrender fashion. An excellent start for ANS, ruined by, I think, having too many battleships and not enough cap ships. It happens, though. And I don't really blame them. I blame Uber Doctor CK a little bit. And maybe Excel a little bit for not shooting their missiles out. No Skin could not have known that their move was not optimal if they are truly new. Come on, any second now you're gonna blast off and the game is gonna be over. You're angled properly and everything. There's something serene about watching those lifeboats fly into the void. I think they're invincible now. My ship is exfilling, and there it goes. It's finally turning to warp away from the battle. It's going to point towards the A point and get away. That's why the game has not ended. Come on, ship, exfil. Want to see it? Well, whatever. And there it goes. It turns on its big engines and blasts away. You can't see the star, the plume exiting the map. There it goes. The game is over. It performed well. It would be a shame to abandon it. And there we go. It's out. And that's it. The game is over. ANS not doing too hot. Longius getting tons of kills, almost all of its missiles getting solid hits. I mean, this is a impressive. I mean, you spend 3,000 points on missiles, you want to get that much damage. They only had HE RPF in their ship. They should have had some HE. Glee and Athena both trying their best, but taking way more damage than they dealt. The BB Killer not doing too hot at all. Though the two low sprinters could have definitely stuck around and probably gotten some stuff. Maybe not kills, but some caps. Don't make this game a roguelike. All of these beamstones definitely could have done better. Hungry Hunter. Magic, I think, with the MVP ships, turn it around to an attack and turning it into a defeat for the enemy. Small Goodman very efficiently dealing with those battleships. Hungry Hunter doing steady damage and taking almost no damage. I'm surprised. Well, anyway, that's it, folks.